What is up, YouTube? Calvin from I-95 Muscle coming at you today. This time with a beautiful 1996 Chevy Tahoe. This one is a four-wheel drive and stanced just right. So you can tell it's blacked out. Looks really good. There's tons of upgrades, so we'll talk about the obvious stuff, the not so obvious stuff, and kind of dive into this thing. So first things first, on the outside, you see that it does look really, really good. The only real downfall is there's a little bit of fading here on the hood and the roof, clear coat fading. I think any of the 90s trucks, that's pretty much common. This thing does have a plethora of upgrades though. Let's start with drivetrain. So suspension and all that stuff's been upgraded, Belltech lowering springs and all kinds of stuff. We got 03 Cadillac Escalade, half shafts up front, axles, and the spindles and brakes are all from like a 15 Silverado. Same thing with the rear. All the brake stuff is from like a 15 Silverado or something. It's all been upgraded and new. Inside, pretty stock. But let's pop under this hood. I know there's a bunch of stuff. You're gonna have to check the description because I did not bring a list with me, a paper of all the stuff that's been upgraded. I know this thing's got all kinds of new seals and gaskets and all kinds of stuff. But you can tell it runs absolutely phenomenally and has been upgraded with an 0411 PCM, which means you can actually hook HP tuners to it and do some tuning. So that's pretty cool. This is a Vortec 5.7 350. You see it right there. You heard it here, folks. 5.7. So this thing runs and drives awesome. And it's four-wheel drive. The AC was actually blowing warm. However, the seller is willing to cover an AC recharge as long as it gets performed at HH Auto in Spring Lake. So AC will be blowing frosty again. Got some new American racing wheels. This thing looks like a good little stance. Lowered but not too low. I think all the headlights and taillights are all brand new. There's LED headlights. All that's been replaced and new, so good looking stuff. I think all the exhaust is new too, so it's got Flowmaster. I think they're Flowmaster chambered mufflers. Now the odometer says 263,000 miles. However, it doesn't run like a 200,000 mile truck. As a matter of fact, watch how fast this thing starts. It's like, I don't know many OBS trucks that start that fast. So most of them are, you gotta crank them for a second or two before they fire up. So here's your four-wheel drive, all that stuff works. Your rear hatch button works. Let's see if the rear wiper works. I don't see the rear wiper doing anything. We know headlights work, wipers. Ooh, wipers be wiping. All our center console stuff. Most of you probably don't know what this thing's for. But if you do, comment below. Comes with a free golf ball. Yeah. All right, and then two cup holders. Oh. CD player, don't know if that works, but we do have a aftermarket Bluetooth radio. Actually, it's got a pretty good sound to it, so it's probably an amplifier in here somewhere. There is a Memphis sub under the back seat, a little amp kicking down there. Let's go ahead and drive this thing. Brakes feel amazing. Suspension doesn't make any noise. Now that golf ball is rolling around in here, but I know most of these 2000s trucks, the plastics make a lot of noise, but this one doesn't seem to make as much noise as like other ones do. Oh yeah, this is a nice truck. So, if we get a chance to get that AC charge taken care of beforehand, then you probably shouldn't have to do that, but I did speak to the seller, and the seller's good with taking care of that as long as it gets taken care of at the correct place. So, HH Auto in Spring Lake. Shout out to HH Auto. He does good work. Again, suspension sounds great. It should. I think it does, in fact, actually have all new control arms and control arm bushings and all that stuff too, so that would actually make a lot of sense as to why it sounds so good. And just to show that the blower motor and all that stuff works like it should. I got vent coming out here. Switch to defrost, all that works. As a matter of fact, I think the seller said that he had replaced all the blend door actuator stuff too, so all that stuff works just like it should. You got your little charge port there. Back seat looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and pop open that rear hatch and check out the back. There you go, your rear hatch window works, and you can fold those seats down, get a little bit more cargo space in here. Let's go ahead and open the rear tailgate. There you go. So, nice easy closed tailgate, and rear hatch closes good. So, with that being said, that's where I'm going to leave you with this video of this 96 Chevy Tahoe. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.